Hello everyone, my name is Christian.
And I'm Joana.
And together we make up Board Game Beans. And in this video, our first of the Listies series, we are going to be talking about board games to enjoy breakfasts. We're outside. It's 30 degrees plus, so we decided why suffer when we can just come outside and record here.
So this is the first video for Listies, and it's about board games that we play along with our breakfast. We have this ritual where we once or twice per week, sometimes more often.
Yeah, I think once we did a whole week.
Yeah. We play a board game while we have breakfast.
And this isn't specifically board games that are breakfast or food related. They're just quite easy to set up game that we can enjoy. They're not too long either. We were actually prompted to do this video by Susan from TN Games. Hi, Susan. She has a really lovely channel, so do check that out and give it a subscribe. And we were talking on the social media platform Blue Sky a bit. And yeah, so we've had this idea and we were nudged to finally get around to doing it. Because for a while now on some social media platforms, I've been sharing the games that we've been playing. Normally, the photo is next to a bowl of porridge and our tea. So yeah, these are, it's 10 with a few extra little sneaky ones in there at the end.
Yeah. So the first one. Well, this is not in order as in the one that we play more often or not.
Yeah, it's not in ranking. It's just 10 games that we picked. And it's not just that we play only these 10 games for breakfasts. We just looked through our collection and we're like, these are nice ones for the video. These are the ones we frequent often for breakfast.
Yeah. One of them is quite recent.
Fliptown?
Yeah.
Fliptown.
Okay, that's the first one then.
Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, Fliptown is a really brilliant breakfast board game because the setup is so minimal. You just put out the two boards and
shuffle the deck.
And yeah, you just play.
And you're good to go.
Fliptown is one that we've just recently started playing, actually. After we had played it a few times. It was in the evening, but I said, this would make a good one for breakfast.
And we already played it for breakfast.
We played it for breakfast. Because the next day, porridge is made, tea is ready.
We just open the board.
Yeah. Quick shuffle and you're playing.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a game, I think, that has a lot of setup, a lot of table space, perhaps. At least in our situation, we don't have that. We don't have a huge gaming table.
I really like how in this game there's a lot to do, a lot of possibilities for you to do in your turn.
It's very sandboxy and open in that way. Next one. Let's work down the list now instead of me mentioning.
Okay, next one is Second Chance.
Second Chance.
I really like this game.
Second Chance is really good. It's a flip and write, but it's very casual, very chill.
Cute.
This is probably our first breakfast board game.
Yeah.
And it's calm. You're not competing against each other in any way apart from point scoring at the very end.
And it for us is like meditation because we have our pens with different colors and then we fill the spaces with different colors and it's different patterns and it's quite nice.
Very easy, very chill, perfect to start the day with. No stress.
There's people that don't like these kind of things, but we actually, both of us like it.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Cartographers.
Cartographers.
Both the base game and Heroes.
More recently, Heroes, yeah. This game is fantastic. It's a step beyond Second Chance.
Yeah.
In the sense, there's a bit more rules going on.
The Second Chance is more like you fill the spaces with different shapes like Tetris. And Cartographers, you have the different shapes, but you have as well different terrains. So each card is going to be a different shape and a different terrain.
And there's a lot more rules involved and actions.
These monsters,
different ways to score. So it's a lot more. It's a step above Second Chance in many steps.
And there's interaction because of the monsters.
Yeah, we swap the sheets. Then we have to draw on each other's one. But it's a casual, fun game. It's not stressful.
Yeah.
You can fill it in the map how you want again. It's not very rigid, and it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Next one is
Three Sisters. I think we've played this one the most for our board game breakfast.
Yeah.
We love this one.
We really like it.
Again, it's one of these you don't have to spend a lot of time setting it up. You open the box, give each player a sheet of paper.
Two sheets of paper.
Yeah, I forgot. And yeah, it's sandboxy, so you approach it how you want to.
Yeah. And we actually have different approaches to the game.
Yeah, and you roll the dice, you decide what actions you want to take, and you unlock what you want to unlock.
Yeah.
It's combo heavy, and again, it's casual, fun.
These kind of games are quite overwhelming at first glance, but after you understand how the game plays, it's really simple and easy, and you just go with the flow. And
definitely, the first time we played, we were a bit like, whoa.
We took a long time as well.
But then every breakfast after that, it was good. It was easy.
Yeah, and it becomes so easy that it's really chill to play this game, like for breakfast. The next one is...
We just spoke about Fliptown, so Knarr. This is a bit more involved in the setup.
Yeah.
It's 1 to 4 players. Actually, no, sorry. 2 to 4 players. But I think there's a solo variant floating around.
Someone created...
Yeah, floating around on Board Game Geek. I'm sure you can find that. Knarr is a bit more of a competitive game. You have a scoring track going around the board, and you're recruiting Vikings to go and explore distant lands.
Yeah.
We like this game a lot, I think.
A lot.
It's a nice small box. Setup doesn't take that long, but there's more cards involved. There's little tokens and such.
There's more cards to shuffle, more decks to shuffle.
Yeah, but it's quite a quick game.
Easy to teach as well.
Easy to teach.
We just had a game afternoon that we had to teach this game, and it was really easy to teach.
Yeah. What makes it nice for breakfast? No specific reason. We just like this game, and it's a fun, short-ish one to play. I
really like the art style in this game. It's really pretty. Yeah. We like the theme as well.
Yeah, and while it's competitive, it's not brutal. I think that contributes to being a good breakfast board game. We play it, we have fun, and then we're ready to get on with our day.
Yeah, and it's quite slow in the beginning, but then around halfway through the boards, just goes really quick. Yeah,
you start getting more rewards, and suddenly one person is passing the other one.
Yeah,
it's good fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so next on our list we have Railroad Inc. This is again a brilliant short game to start the day with.
Yeah, really straightforward. You roll 4 dice and you have to fill the board with whatever the dice is showing.
Yeah, the symbols. You're connecting routes between motorways and railroads.
Yeah.
It can be played solo. You've done that quite often.
Yes.
I think there was actually one morning where either I was busy or I wasn't feeling a game, so you played to breakfast.
Oh, you had a deadline.
You had a deadline, on some work. It's a nice short game. Before we had got the game, I saw it has really high praise, and I saw many people commenting how they enjoy a quick game or two over coffee. It plays nice. It's a little puzzle for your brain at the start of the day.
Yeah, because you literally have the same game, but there's going to be two different outcomes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like all the other flip and roll and rights that we've mentioned. You both have your own sheets. So in that way, it's like a solitaire experience. Especially in Railroad Inc., you can't mess the other player up in any way. There's no interaction like that.
Yeah. So who's the best in the end?
Yeah. And we don't need that kind of brutal interaction.
Yeah.
You just
especially for breakfast.
Yeah, you just want to chill. and it's nice because we'll have our porridge and our tea and we'll talk about stuff that we need to do on the day. And you can kind of fill in this map.
Yeah. I really like this one. And the next one is
Regicide.
We love this game.
We do love this game, and we're not good at this game, but we love it still. We have never won playing together. Yeah.
I play often alone. A couple of days ago, I finally won the game.
Yeah, it was a good day.
I was like...
This is a good game. It's literally a deck of cards. I believe you can play with a normal deck of cards. You just find the rules and you can play this game.
Yeah. But we liked the art style again.
Yeah, and it was very affordable, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Came in a nice case. Yeah, it's a cooperative game, but it can be played solo. And you're just working together to fight the
royalty.
And yeah, you make your way down. It gets more and more difficult as you progress.
Yeah.
It's the challenge, but it's a good challenge for the start of the day. And again, it's not a very long game, and setup is super minimal.
Yeah.
Deck of cards.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is
Sail. Sail is awesome.
This one needs a little bit more of a setup as well.
Again, a bit more setup, similar to Knarr, I think.
But while he's finishing breakfast, I'm setting up the game.
It's a cooperative trick taker.
Yeah. We cannot communicate with each other.
Yeah, it's one of those cooperative games where after a certain stage, you can't talk to each other. And we are trying to navigate a ship through treacherous waters. There's monsters, there's rocks.
Yeah.
There's other challenges. We haven't played.
There's the edge of the board,
map. Yeah.
So we cannot. We have to be between.
Yeah, and there's a storm.
lines.
There's a storm that you have to get past before a certain round. Sail is a nice one. Lovely art style.
Yes.
It doesn't have a huge table presence. It's bigger than some of the other games, but once it's set up, that's it. It doesn't start sprawling out of control. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's actually quite stressful.
It is.
But sometimes you need a bit of stress to jumpstart your day.
Yeah.
So next on our list is
Sky Team. The winner
of the Spiel des Jahres. This game is amazing. Has a bit more setup than some of the others we've mentioned.
Another cooperative. Where we cannot communicate with each other.
Yeah, this one is strictly 2-player. I don't know, maybe there exists a solo rules online, but we've only known it as only 2-player.
Mm-hmm.
So it's perfect for us as a couple. If you have a friend that you might be living with or something, it's breakfast time. Let's get some super stress going.
It's actually
this game is super stressful, but in a good way, because you're trying to land a plane.
Yeah,
you're controlling the landing gear, the flaps. You're trying to control the traffic control, so you're getting planes out of the way. The plane's descending.
Yeah.
There's a lot of game in the box as well. The box is quite small, but I think there's a lot of game in there. There's different airports you can visit, and there's different mini expansions you can add into the game to make it more difficult as you play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's well deserving of its 2024 Spiel des Jahres award.
Yeah, it's a really nice game. And the last one is
The Lost Expedition.
Yes. We really love this game.
We love this game. We've done a video. This was our first Let's Play video.
Yeah.
This one is a bit of a table hog for us. We don't have a massive area, but it's great. We've enjoyed this to a few breakfasts. There's a part of the game, again, where you can't communicate, but then once the cards are down, and then it's just like a little puzzle, and we're discussing how we can progress on the map,
Yeah.
how we're going to deal with the cards and the challenges that face us.
And sometimes we have different opinions of how to approach the game, how to overcome certain problems that we face.
And this is a cool game. I think it's can be played solo as well. I don't think we've done that yet.
We haven't.
It can also be played competitively, which we haven't done either. But together we have a lot of fun with this game.
Yeah.
And we recently picked up the expansion, which we're yet to try, but that's going to expand our replayability of it.
We played with the group as well.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
That was brilliant.
In a party is really like even people that don't usually.
Oh, that was so silly. We had to. The sun was going crazy on the lens.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is a bit better.
He was getting like glares of.
Yeah, there's just like.
Yeah.
So we've flipped the space and maybe.
And ourselves.
And maybe it's a bit better now.
Yeah.
So where were we? We were just finishing up the Lost Expedition.
Yes. I was about to say that even people that don't usually get super enthusiastic about a game that don't, or even if they get enthusiastic, they're not really vocal about it. They were literally on top of the table, on top of the cards, like talking with everyone, discussing everything.
It's a fun one to get involved in.
Yeah, it's a really, really good game.
Yeah. So yeah, that wraps up our physical copy list. These are just, again, they're in no specific order. They're not. We're not saying they're the best for breakfast. These are just games that we enjoy quite often for breakfast.
Yeah, the ones that we play the most.
Yeah. Thinking about it a bit more, I think what makes these so good for breakfast is perhaps you can kind of take your time with these games.
Yeah.
There's periods where, especially on the cooperative ones, where you're not talking or you're not allowed to discuss the game.
Yeah.
So you can take your time. You don't have to rush. There's no penalty for going slow. They're not too involved with our hands. We don't have to move lots of pieces constantly.
Yeah.
And there's no...
Or even if we do, we can do it at our own pace.
Yeah.
So whenever we feel a little bit too lazy to set up the game or to move around so we can play on the table, or we just don't want to move much really, we stay in our computers and play digitally on BGA or Steam.
Yeah. A couple that we frequented, especially Wingspan when we were in the UK, because we didn't take any board games with us. So we were kind of left to just this one game with Wingspan.
We played a lot.
Yes, a lot of Wingspan digitally.
And it's really nice because it makes the sounds of the birds.
Yeah, the digital version of the game is really well made. And it's nice sometimes to not have to have all that extra setup involved. Another one that we frequent on Board Game Arena specifically is Bandido.
Yeah.
We did end up getting a physical copy of the game, and we've played it a few times, and it's fun, and we love it. But the game has it can have a very big table presence because you are laying out these cards.
You basically are trying to block prisoners' way out of prison. He's trying to dig a hole and tunnels, and you're trying to block his way out.
Yeah, and so you're just like, this path is just building and spreading out. And sometimes it doesn't end up very big, but sometimes it can take up a lot of space. And that's a fun, quick game that we enjoy while we're having breakfast. There's a few other games as well on BGA and such, but probably these
There was a time that we were playing Donuts a lot.
Donuts was one, a very abstract kind of thinky game, but quick, very rapid. And then Carcassonne.
Yeah.
We had played Carcassonne at a board game cafe. We fell in love with the game. And while we waited to get hold of the big box, we played digitally. Yeah. And again, Board Game Arena has a really well-made version of that that we can recommend. And none of these games are like designed for breakfast. They're not food related in that sense. They're just games that we happen to love and we play oftentimes at breakfast. we didn't have necessarily a board game day for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We try and fit it in throughout many days, and
Mm.
and it's kind of random how we decide to do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll be in the middle of work. We mentioned earlier we sit across from each other, so we'll just either play something or load up Board Game Arena for a quick break.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah. Oftentimes when we're having dinner or after dinner, we'll play something. And this is just a random little list of of board games you can play for breakfast.
And that's it. Our first video of Listies.
Yeah.
We hope you like it, and
Happy gaming.
happy gaming.
Happy breakfast gaming. Well,
Ooh, yeah.
I've just spilled water all over myself.
What was it?
Something big.
And the next one is. I thought you were going to say. Okay. And the next one is Railroad Inc. Railroad Inc. Okay, you say.
Railroad.
Rail.
Rail.
What are you? Railroad Inc.
Railroad Inc. Railroad Inc.
And the next. Okay. It's just a fly.